Scott or the Scott Man. We're here doing a driving video today. Happy New Year, even though this video is going to be going up well into the new year because I have other videos going up before this one. But this is my first video that I'm filming in 2024. And just like 2 years ago, I'm here in Houston, Texas. So this video we're going to be heading counterclockwise or anti-clockwise on the 610 loop. So we'll be driving on I-610 in its entirety as it goes around the city of Houston. So we'll be going from I-45 north, like the North Freeway, back over to I-45, but the North Freeway. So kind of like how you had, so, well, or let me rephrase that. So yeah, there's 3 loops around the city of Houston. 2 of them are full loops, where one is mostly a loop. Because I did a part of the second loop, which is the Beltway or Beltway 8, which I did that a couple years ago, where it went halfway around it. Where this is the inner loop. So with all the different loops, you got the 610 loop, which is what we're on. This is 100% free. This is not tolled or anything. Then the second loop, which is further out, that's the Beltway, or the Sam Houston Tollway, where that one is tolled for the most part. And then you got the Grand Parkway, which is almost a full loop, but there's a gap in the southern part that goes way out of the outskirts, and that one is just about all tolled as well too. It is a overcast morning right now. The car thermometer is reading 61 degrees Fahrenheit. If we convert that to Celsius, it's around like maybe 16 degrees. So not too bad out. But there's some moisture that's coming from the Gulf of Mexico right now. But I think there's a cold front coming through that's going to be pushing it out. So it could clear up a little bit, but then I think there's supposed to be some rain coming back in tomorrow. Yeah, I had a busy day yesterday because I was did a day trip down to Rockport, Texas, and Port Aransas. So very eventful day. So today's a lot more of a chill day for me, which is well needed because I'm feeling a little tired right now. Glad it's overcast out anyway, because that way we don't have to worry about the sun glare in this video. But yeah, back there, oh, looks like it rained here recently. I'm gonna get over so I get less splatter in the windshield there. Okay, that's better. But yeah, some of the exits back there will take you over toward. Well, eventually take you down like to the Heights area. And this exit right here, that is for 290. Well, I think I do need to get back over. So yeah, 290 begins here and goes all the way out toward Austin. And I remember filming a video a couple years ago on 290 going from the 610 loop where it begins, going all the way out to the Grand Parkway out in Cypress. But not only that too, but there's also an exit here for I-10, or the Katy Freeway, off to the right here. Where you go I-10 east, that'll take you into downtown Houston. And then I-10 west will take you to the western suburbs of Houston, going out toward like the Memorial City area, then of course eventually out to Katy, before continuing its way out towards San Antonio, heading out to West Texas. I gotta get back over. But yeah, it's like you got this huge like mixing bowl in here, like all these different interchanges going to like I-10, some of the other exits, and of course even 290. now slowly starting to get into the Uptown Houston area. Another lane is ending here. See, and then yeah, right here, that's the exit for Memorial Drive, which will take you over to the east. It'll take you over toward Buffalo Bayou Park, and then eventually into downtown Houston as well. And of course, going west, you'll head into like Honey Point Village, Hunters Creek Village, like some of the very upscale areas of Houston. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the exit. The exit for Memorial Drive is right here. Yep. So as I was saying, we're getting into Uptown Houston, and it's amazing how many skyscrapers there are now in Uptown Houston. It's almost like a second downtown area. There's a lot of big apartment buildings, hotels, offices. And I picked a good day to film this video because it's New Year's Day, so the traffic's gonna be a lot lighter. Because normally the 610 West, where we are right now, like between here and 59, this can be a parking lot. But yeah, a lot of development has gone on in here. Like a lot of restaurants, again, a lot of offices, a lot of retail. And yeah, the exit here, that's West Timer Road, very busy and congested road, and also over to the right, over by where West Timer is, that's also where the Galleria is, which is a very, very nice indoor shopping mall, which has even like an ice skating rink inside of it. And also in the area too, you got the very beautiful Waterwall Park, and you got the Williams Tower off to the right there. I think it's the tallest building in the Uptown area. In fact, I may have to stop over the Waterwall Park off camera later today. I got to show that off in my full video I did a couple years ago of things to do in Houston. And here's the interchange for 59, or also I-69. With 59 going to the southwest, that'll take you out toward the southwest suburbs like Sharpstown, Alief, and then Sugar Land, Stafford, Missouri City, that area. Eventually heading out toward Victoria. That car is going off this lane a little bit, so I better get around. And of course, going 59 the other direction, that'll take you in the back of the downtown Houston. Yeah, they're doing a lot of road construction over at this interchange here. We're now getting into the city of Bellaire, which Bellaire is pretty much completely surrounded by the city of Houston. And then you got the main exit all the way over to the right for Bellaire Boulevard. But yeah, I've been really enjoying my time down here so far. However, after today, I got 4 straight days of work, though, coming up. But at least I'm down here, and but then I have to go back to Michigan after this week, because I'll be starting to drive back this upcoming weekend. So now the 610 is now becoming 610 South. If we were to continue to the right, that turns into Post Oak Road, or the exit for Post Oak Road. But for 610, we're going to continue this way. And now we're going to start heading toward the east. Getting into the southern suburbs of the Houston area. It's like if I look way out to the left, I can barely even see downtown Houston right now. So it's like it's lowering the visibilities a little bit. But we're slowly starting to get into the area where NRG Stadium is, which is where the Houston Texans football team play. So yeah, this could be another busy areas because of all the NFL action. So you might even be able to see it way out to the left, like that huge building with like the white top. That's NRG Stadium. That is where the Houston Texans football team play, and you can pretty much get to it by getting off here at the exit for Kirby Drive. And then yeah, you can even get to it from Fannin Street too. Be able to see it as well though, but there's a smaller building that's to the east of it. There's like a dome stadium. That's the Astrodome. That is where that is the original football stadium. But the Texans, I don't know if they ever played there. That was back, I think, when it was the Houston Oilers. Then the Houston Oilers ended up moving to Nashville, Tennessee, and became first the Tennessee Oilers and then the Tennessee Titans, and then a few years later, Houston got a new NFL team called the Texans. And then off to the right, we kind of passed the area, but off to the right a little bit, that's where there used to be a Six Flags theme park called Six Flags Astro World, which was around like back in like the 90s, and that closed out a long time ago. It's years I lived out in Houston when I was a kid. I remember going to Astro World and riding some of the rides there. And now we're coming to the interchange for 288, which 288 is basically the South Freeway. Take 288 going north, that'll take you back into downtown Houston. 288 south, that'll take you all the way down into Brazoria County, going down toward like Lake Jackson and Freeport. As you can tell, they're doing a lot of work at this interchange right now. Well, the sun's finally starting to come out. Yeah, I think even on 288, they've even added on a little toll road in the center of it too. So technically we have gone halfway in this video, because now we're going to be doing the eastern half of the 610 loop. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue this way. Now we're just like in like the southern suburbs of Houston. And then yeah, in a few minutes from now we'll be getting over to where I-40, we'll be coming back over to I-45 in a little bit. Because we're starting to get into the area near where Hobby Airport is. So the city of Houston has two major airports. There's Bush Intercontinental Airport, which is up in the northern part of the city, like along the Beltway. That's the main, I'd say the main airport that has the most of the flights going there. Like all the major carriers like American, Delta, United, well especially United, because Houston's a hub for United Airlines ever since the Continental Airlines merged in with United. And then Hobby Airport, which is off to the southeast of here, is mainly for Southwest Airlines. Smaller airport, but if you're flying to Galveston though, it's like, yeah, flying into Hobby might be a good option, just because you don't have to go through downtown Houston or anything. Highway 35, I think, initially is Telephone Road, and Highway 35 takes you down toward Alvin, Texas, kind of like Alvin, and like also like the Pearland area. Although 288 South will also take you down to Pearland. The 35 also eventually heads all the way down toward like Rockport, Texas, and ending up in Corpus Christi. And then, yep. So this first exit here, over here, this is for I-45 North. That'll take you back up into downtown Houston. The second exit is for I-45 South, and that'll take you down to Galveston. And if you want to go to Hobby Airport, you will want to get off at I-45 South over here. And then once you get on I-45 going south, then you can get off at Broadway Boulevard, and then that'll take you up to, or down to Hobby Airport. Say so now we're starting to get into like the Pasadena area. So you have Pasadena, Deer Park, a couple areas here in the southeast part of the city, and then the exit up here you got 225. So you got 225 east, which is the LaPorte Freeway. That heads east, going through like a huge industrial area because you got all the different petrochemical plants and all that in the area. So that this area, and then going east, is heavily industrialized. It appears 225 east, the exit right here. Smell the fumes over here. Yeah, I can smell the natural gas. And then continue east at 225. That eventually ends up over at Highway 146, which 146 south, that'll take you down toward Kemah, and then eventually all the way down toward I-45, heading down toward Galveston, over by like in the Texas City area. Then 146 north will then take you over toward Baytown. And we are now about to go over the Buffalo Bayou. So the Buffalo Bayou is the main, you could almost call it a river, which goes through the city of Houston, and it heads east out toward Galveston Bay. So this is kind of, yeah, this part of Buffalo Bayou, this is where it kind of begins like what's called the Houston Ship Channel, which you have a huge amount of ships coming in and out of here, heading out into the Gulf of Mexico and out to the rest of the world. So this is the Houston Ship Channel is a huge part of not only Houston's economy, but the national economy for the United States. also US Highway 90. So I-10 West will take you back into downtown Houston. I-10 East will head out toward Baytown and eventually over toward Beaumont. And then continues its way over toward like Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and eventually out toward Mobile, Alabama, before ending up in Jacksonville, Florida. And there's also an exit for Highway 90, which goes northeast toward Crosby and Liberty, Texas. And then Highway 90 eventually heads out toward Beaumont as well, too. But Highway 90 is parts of it as a freeway, but not the entire thing. So with that, now we're getting into the northeast, starting to get into the northeastern part of the Houston area. Several minutes, I would say, left to go. With the video. And this exit here, this is an it's not only the exit for Wallace School Road, but after that you also have an alternative Route 90. Oh, you got an exit right over here too. This is an alternative Highway 90, which eventually hooks up with the Crosby Freeway and with the main trunk line for Highway 90. Sounds a little confusing, but oh well. But yeah, it's like when there's not a lot of traffic, the 610 is a nice loop around the city. But again, as I was saying, if you're driving this on rush hour, you're gonna be in for a real headache, especially when you go back over toward Uptown. Something though on my way back up to Michigan. But yeah, like I gotta keep an eye on the weather too, because I don't want to film like there's like a bunch of rain or something. Toward the beginning of the video, I went down to Rockport, Texas, and Port Aransas, Texas, and the cool thing is, on my way back, I was able to stop in Victoria to see my cousin Lauren for a couple hours, just to hang out, just to visit for a little bit. So it was great getting to see her, because I hadn't seen her in like over a year, like when I did the trip to San Diego with her. Be a little bit more interesting because we got a lot of interchanges coming up, including where we will be wrapping up this video. suburbs going out toward the Humboldt, New Caney, Kingwood area. And it continues its way up toward Cleveland, Texas, as well as Lufkin, Nacogdoches, and eventually up toward Texarkana. And then 59 going south will take you into downtown Houston. For the Hardy Toll Road, which the Hardy Toll Road is a toll road which runs parallel with I-45 between here at the 610 loop and goes all the way up to, and eventually merges along with I-45 up in the Spring area, like just before the Woodlands. And the Hardy Toll Road is another way which you can take to get out toward Bush Intercontinental Airport. There's even a direct connection from the Hardy Toll Road to the airport. But if you don't want to pay the toll to get to the main airport, you can take I-45 north and then take the Beltway east over to the exit for the airport. And I think I've heard rumors that they would like to extend the Hardy Toll Road going all the way down to I-10 over in downtown Houston, but I'm not sure what the progress is with that one. So we're about to approach the interchange for I-45. So with that, we will have successfully driven the entirety of the I-610 loop, going around the city of Houston. So I-45 south, they'll take you into downtown Houston, and then I-45 north will take you out to the northern suburbs, going out towards Spring, the Woodlands, Conroe, that area. Eventually heading north up toward Dallas. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video on the 610 loop going counterclockwise or anti-clockwise around the city of Houston. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button and don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott of the Scottman895 out here from Houston, Texas.